Hello, I am Vishal Krishna from mentorsforkids.in. This podcast is part of the Disha Series. And why are we doing this? We want BCom students to become employable, and we are doing it with our LMS. Again, it's called mentorsforkids.in. Today's guest is Mr. Gurumurthy, or HV Gurumurthy as we know him. He's the founder of a company called Sri Consulting. Did you know that he did not know a word of English when he was growing up? But with sheer determination and will, he's gone on to build a great practice. He's traveled around the world. It's happened because he's used his subject of commerce. Commerce is about money. He understood compliance, governance, and with that, he's gone on to build a great network. He's going to share some great stories. Enjoy it. But my objective, I'm telling you again, is to make you students employable. You can come to our LMS, learn, empower yourself, change the world. Thank you for coming here. Enjoy the podcast, and the LMS is mentorsforkids.in. Thank you. Gurumurthy sir, thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's exciting to meet you because you've done so much, you've experienced so much. I don't know where to begin because for you, this journey is very emotional, and we'll try to bring it out. This is for BCom students. Mentors for Kids, obviously, I've said in the introduction that we want to make students employable. That will be the core of our discussion. But I want to begin with this. When you were younger, perhaps 3-4 years old, opportunities are always taken away. You lose your mother.
Yes.
Right? And that's hard. That's as hard as it is.
I've not seen my live mother.
Yeah, that's hard. You don't remember her. Yeah. And the fact that as you get older, everybody in your house are in the sciences.
Yes.
And when you choose a subject called commerce, they don't know what it is and they all panic, right? So let's start. How was your childhood like? Quickly.
We were actually working, it is in a place called Bhadravathi, an industrial town.
Correct.
And a company quarters house was there.
Yeah.
And we had lots of people at home. And it's a studio apartment set of house it is.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of people in the house, but there's only one room.
Got it.
So naturally one radio, etc.
Yeah.
So it was very tough for anything and everything. But I think my parents, my elders, more than me, I think they are the ones who took a lot of care.
Yeah.
They have actually ensured that as much as possible, we're a little comfortable, but I know they have struggled and sacrificed a lot.
Okay, it's been very hard for you.
Very, very hard.
Okay. And how did you handle that situation in the early days?
Actually, it was not like I don't have to do anything because I was too young, 7, 8, 10 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
But my job was just to follow what they say. You do this, I will do it. I do this, I do it. Just like that. Follow this and things like that. And I think those days, those difficult times, many times we learn a lot.
Yes.
One of them is basically patience, something that I learned. And fine, it's okay. It's okay. Don't complain. It's something that, again, those days brought me there. Today, I don't crave for anything and everything. No.
That's interesting. And that's also how the first time you started thinking for yourself, in a sense, joint family setup, was you discover commerce through a budget, in the budget speech in the radio.
Yes.
It's very interesting. The kids today, commerce students, should watch the budget.
Yes.
I don't know how many of you watch the budget, but please watch the budget because it's related to India's financial health, right?
Yeah.
So it's because it's about the nation's money and how they run it, right? Simply putting it that way. But for you, that one speech changes your life, right? You were in the 6th or 7th when somebody plays the radio.
Let me. I will just take.
Yes, please.
We had a one room house. We had only one radio. Elders were there.
Mm-hmm.
My habit was actually to read loudly.
Yes.
Anything that I read, it loudly. So at 7:30, they said, no, hold on, don't read. Why? News is coming. So then they heard the news, etc. I was curious to know what in this news everybody is glued to the radio and hearing. Then I asked my elder brother, who was a teacher. He explained me in detail to the extent possible he knew that, what's the budget, how does it work, what impacts the thing, what is decision making, etc. Then I asked him actually, who decides this budget? It's for entire for the country. It's for the whole people. Means who decides on it? He said, there is something called finance manager. Finance
no
minister.
problem.
He decides, and something like that. So, okay. I asked him, what is his qualification? Is he only an MP or anything? Then he said, generally they study a lot. He didn't know much about CR or anything like that. He said, they study a lot about this.
Because everybody is a science person in your family.
Everybody is a science. Then I liked, okay, I want to be a commerce person. Then I took up commerce, which is something strange in the family. Nobody had heard anything about
commerce. This is after the 10th.
Yes. When it was 8th, I decided, okay, I'm going to take up commerce. But I had not told anyone. I don't have to tell, otherwise that will be difficult. So at 10th standard, I got a good marks. Then by standard, everybody is into diploma or BSc or MSc in my house. So naturally, they said, okay, you join diploma, mechanical. Seat was also allotted in the nearby
and merit also.
I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to join diploma, but I'm going to join commerce. Very tough situation. Nobody understood what commerce is. Nobody in our family knew about
what they didn't want to.
What is the progress in life they can do in this? So they said, okay. Then actually at that point of time, because it is resistant, there was also resistance from only. I didn't get 1.5 days food also. Morning, night, and as well next day also. Still continued with that. Finally, they said, okay, chalo.
Because you also got a scholarship, right?
When I joined commerce, then I got the opportunity of talking to people, etc. And then they said, okay, switch over from one to another subject, Sanskrit to Hindi, you get a scholarship of 2,500.
That's a lot of money at the time.
Certainly. And for my house, it was a very big money. That has become a trigger point for me to tell and convince people, saying that, I'm going to take care of myself.
People don't understand this. 2,500 rupees in the early 80s was a lot of money.
Certainly.
I think bank employees also not getting that much, right? It was a good scholarship for you.
It was probably about 3 to 4 months salary of my elder brothers.
Wow.
That was very, very big. And probably that's the only time, the first time I saw such a big money, at least myself.
But that you gave back to family for the next 5 years.
I don't have to do anything. So, I got it. So
what is the school, for the students to know, what is the fees back then?
Oh, there was a government scheme at that point of time. It was very interesting. There was some minister, Hamanur. Very interestingly, coincidence is that when I joined first PUC, he became an education minister, made a economical weaker section. They get a exemption on the college fee or school fees. So there is a zero fee. Examination fees, 5 rupees to be paid. So entire education, I paid 27 rupees 50 paisa, including 250 penalty. Okay. Every year I got 2,500 scholarship.
And the rest fed your family.
I gave it to my family and they managed. They wanted it. I'll give it.
Okay. Interestingly, I want to tell students that you didn't know a word of English at the time.
Whoa.
Right? And the fact that we'll get into the story where you've traveled around the world now and you had operations in Singapore, France, UK and all that. But you learned English from scratch. Right? You learned.
Very, very interesting situation. I did my commerce and I successfully became a commerce student, commerce graduate. In fact, I'm the first non-science graduate in my entire Khanda.
Okay, in the family.
In the family. So everybody said, okay, what next to do? So I look at banks to join banks or maybe another factory. Suddenly I'll join CA course. Nobody knew what CA was. Then nearby town, Shumaga, they had to go and study. I went there and finally they said, please join. If you come to join Bangalore. So I came to Bangalore for joining CA, Krishna and Company. It's a very big firm at that point of time. Even today, it's a very big firm, very reputed.
Yes.
I joined that course. I came blindly and I just joined that course. I did not anticipate that language, I did not know how to speak. So that could be a barrier at some point of time. That was my issue. And
apprehension also.
I never thought about it. It's okay. I've been a Kannada debater during those days and I speak.
You were a natural speaker with Kannada?
No problem. But the English was a big problem. Just to give a narration, I think people can have a good laugh on this. First day, after 3-4 days, I was asked to go and meet my senior in the bank to assist her in the bank audit work. And I went to the bank and asked her. She was looking for me and they said, okay, Gurumurthy, sit down. I sat and then, where are you put up?
That's a very Bangalore English question. Where are you put up? Is a very true. It's
I didn't
confusing.
understand what is she saying. I
Where are
just
you
looked
put up
at-
is a question.
Yeah, up. So I looked at other side and then looked at smiling and then she used the second question similarly. That also I did not understand. I was just looking at that side. I'm just smiling. Finally, she said, "Where do you stay?"
Okay.
Scaling down every time. Where do
You
stay?
understood the word
I
stay.
did not even that stay I did not understand. And that was a blank at that point. What do I answer? Finally, on the fourth time, that is probably around seventh, eighth time, she mentioned, where is your house?
Wow.
I said, Rajajnagar. She immediately said,
same.
Appa, this guy know how to speak. So basically, for anybody for that matter, yes, it matters, language matters, but it's very important to know that communication is important. English is only a medium of
So
communication.
they have to learn.
Medium of communication. You need to learn to be in the corporate world, important. But it's not necessary that on a day one or when you want to join a course or when a class or even internship you want to join, should you join?
Good.
Should you be master of English? Definitely.
It's interesting that this entire journey, you already said the path to employability begins like this.
Yes.
You have to learn to communicate.
Yes.
So the practical step can also be part of, your personal story, because the first job for you was in an industrial area in Bangalore. You
Yes.
practically walked in
Walk in.
and then you spoke to them.
I spoke to them. It was in Pina, and I just went and saw the board and said, suddenly I said, okay, can I join? Do you have a job for me? I've done BCom. I can do some desk work if there is any. And everything is in Kannada world. So they said, wait, hold on. And then come down later, they gave me some desk work of reconciliation, which is what I sincerely did it. And then, of course, the interview happened for 10 minutes and on the same day I got it.
Yes. But that is an interesting aspect that man trusted you. He said he saw something
just
in you.
one line.
Yeah.
Big.
Because you spoke
I spoke to him.
and you did the best reconciliation.
I did the best reconciliation, got the award for the company, and he also gave me a watch, which happened to be my first watch in my lifetime.
That's interesting, because these are essential learning techniques that you one is your network, one is you learn English, one is you go out and ask what you can do, so that people realize that, oh, this guy has something. So you can't be shy, or you don't feel ashamed of saying, hey, why should I go ask? It drove you. Something drove you.
Definitely. Number one, the necessity was there for me to earn. Okay. What is it? Okay. So why should anybody give me the job? Because I know the core subject. I know the subject. I know the work very well. If not to this level, but at least I know at the basic entry level, I know I can do something.
So how do you define job readiness in that case, in your case? So students understand that you were job ready also. Did it happen because people gave you a chance and you learned on the job, or BCom had already prepared you to be job ready back then, or how would you put that?
Job ready is, no institution will make you job ready.
Okay.
No institution will make you job ready. Basically, anything that you do to study during college or any institution for that matter will actually give you a theoretical knowledge of what is it and how it comes. Etc. But only when you get into the work,
like internship. So try to learn to get internships.
Yeah, only then you get to understand how the figures flow from numbers to the financials, etc. It's very important. I would recommend people, wherever you are, whatever the course that you are doing, okay, BCom is definitely a good course, but once you do a course, don't look at job as a whole, but look at internship as a whole. Important.
Yeah.
That's very, very critical and important. Why should you look at internship? That is a bridge, in my opinion, between the education that you studied during these college days to the corporate world.
Yeah.
It'll take you. It's like a
Launchpad, yeah.
Launchpad. So,
and there are enough internships if you ask.
Oh yeah, definitely. In this, there is a huge imbalance. There are thousands of people every year get qualified, and people don't have jobs.
Yeah.
But on the other side, there are many companies which are really looking for people. And third set of people are there. Somehow they are recruited, but they're not a proper right fit for the job. These two are still, industry has that problem.
The interesting part of your journey is you have used networks, you've used other people's goodwill in a positive sense.
Absolutely.
Right? And you showcase that you can learn, you can work, you can provide value to them. And that takes you to a very special place in what we now know as Airtel.
Correct.
Right? You enter that big firm at that point of time. Not many people know that story, but you joined them in the early days.
In very early,
right?
days. It was
Very
not
early.
even Airtel. It was
Correct.
Bharti Telecom.
Absolutely. And trial by fire, you set up a system for them, which through the good offices of the local heads, the managers, and they actually select you to go to Delhi and do a presentation to the founders.
I want to just narrate how it happens. Basically, see,
Because we're talking about internship. I think that was very
it
important.
is very important for everybody to think beyond what you are given. They tell you, you do this work, that's what you
This is learning in practice.
Yeah, learning in practice. What is it that I can do? What else I can do? What is somebody gives you a job, if you do it, that's ordinary if you ask.
Yeah.
Can you think little beyond which can help the company to in one or the other way?
Yeah.
It's very important. Here, the sales, this is a regional sales office. I joined as a branch accountant, but gradually I became a regional accountant. So I was responsible for many dealers and distributors in South India. Regularly, there is always a clash between them. So one day I thought, okay, why not we have a process? I'm a process-driven person from day one. I write a lot. I read a lot. I write a lot. So one day I started writing down the process of what all happens from the time they place an order to the dispatch.
And pieces of paper.
Yeah, and the paper. Then I started reading that. Finally, it became a multiple sheets. Then I shared this with my boss. He was a regional manager, sales. So he was very good to me. And then, it was necessity for the organization. For that reason, he definitely encouraged me. He said, yeah, this is correct. And you made a small modification. That's perfect. And then send it off to your boss. I sent to Delhi and then kept it. I didn't realize what is the impact. And 3-4 days later, on telex came those days saying that come to Delhi and explain. I was getting scared. I must have, what do I do? And did I do anything mistake? So I asked my manager, I said, no, don't worry, you go. I asked him, do you want to come with me? He said, no, you go alone. I have been called. I went to Delhi. That was my first visit to Delhi. I was...
and you ended up presenting to the board.
Yeah.
The board, which includes the founders of Airtel.
Yes.
The former, it's called Bharti Telecom, obviously.
It was a Bharti Telecom those days. Even today, the same Bharti name is there. Airtel, because of their association and things like that, they were asked. So I had board meeting happens in the Bharti Telecom every month, 12th. So I had to go and explain to them. And it includes many founders, all directors, departmental heads, service head, sales head, everybody. It's a very senior level discussion, internal. So I had to go and talk to them. I explained everything, put it on the slides, put it over this thing.
Yeah.
And then everybody patiently heard it. And I was thinking, what's happening? Did I say right or wrong? But immediately the chairman asked me, how sure are you that this will work? That gave me a small trigger that, okay, they're all listening to me. They're doing something. I said, yeah, I think this is my personal guess that it will work. It will improve the efficiency of the entire activity. That word efficiency that used, that triggered them. I said, okay, go to all the locations and check whether it works.
Yeah.
I went there and worked.
This is between the distributors and the manufacturing supply, right?
From the manufacturing plant.
The case, what is the case, if you can explain to students?
Basically, as I said, it's basically sales order dispatch to the dealer.
Like an early ERP.
What dealer placed an order, regional comes here, regionals will send it to head office intern will send it to manufacturing plant will actually look at commercial and then send it. Before that, there will be an accounting confirmation.
So all this is on paper.
Everything was on paper. There's no tally was just included at that time in that hospital. So the question is, what is the next to do? So when I narrated all this to people, they accepted it. Let's try it out. So I went to respective dispatch center, Ludhiana, and some of the other places, and then also went to Okla and then Hyderabad as well. And then that worked. And finally they said, yeah, we'll take it into.
Yeah.
In fact, I went along with Rakesh Mittal in the flight. That was my first flight journey from Bangalore. I hardly realized I enjoyed it because 95% of the time he was busy talking to me, asking me questions. He asked me, why did you start this question? Why did you do all this thing? Who asked you to do all that stuff? And then
you did it out of self-interest, of course.
Yeah, it's all because of self-interest.
That's interesting. I have to say this to students, right? If you come so far, please like, subscribe. By now you would have realized Mr. Gurumurthy's journey is one of grit, okay? Because he didn't know English. He learned English. he had to be meritocracy. He had to be based himself on meritocracy because their family had no money.
Yes.
Right? He had to convince his family that commerce is a great subject. He had to come down to Bangalore, find an internship in several places, and everywhere he went, he used the knowledge of commerce to prove his value, right? And that's how people actually take you further. And in fact, they connect you to other networks, and that's how your networks grow.
Yes.
And again, your commerce subject is very important. And why am I doing this podcast in English and not in Kannada? Because we want your rural students to understand, whether you like it or not, English is a business communication language. You have to learn that, and sir's already made that point. Because Kannada ibru maatadbodu,
No problem.
and he's a hardcore Kannadiga, and he's already told you he's from Bhadravathi.
Yes.
Right? So please like, subscribe again. But I want to move on. So this Bharti Telecom stint takes you to other places. You go to Compaq, then from there you go to larger companies, you go to Singapore, you go to France. A boy from Bhadravathi whose family was in the sciences, they're all academicians, now is traveling the world. In fact, you do all that, but then you enter into entrepreneurship where you launch your own consulting.
Yes.
Why take that risk? Because your life would have been pretty set being a CFO or something like that, right?
Stuff back.
Yes.
Delayed.
Yes, please.
Bharti Telecom success was there. By then I got married. Even that time, by that time I had completed my inter ICW.
Yeah.
Even at that time, none of my family members were confident that he can lead a decent life. On my wedding day, when the Rajan Mittal, who is one of the directors, had come to our wedding, that's when they realized, oh, this guy has done something, and that's fine. They liked it and they started believing. Got married, then of course we had
Your son.
wife, I was due for a delivery at that point of time, and then I had to go to Delhi for various things and come back. I became a workaholic by that time. So somehow I decided not to go to Delhi, stay back in Bangalore. I looked for some new jobs. So I shared my resume with a couple of colleagues, and one of them was to Compaq. So I thought they'll call me because I had the requisite. And telephonically, they had mentioned to me saying that I have the requisite skills to join, but they never called me for an interview. So finally, I asked my friend, say, what happened? Is that interview on? Will I get a chance to meet them? Then he said, oh, we lost your resume, so please come. I went around 8:30 in the morning to that office. Generally, I'm a very early riser. So I went to 8:30. By that time, only CFO was there in the office. He asked me, where are you working? I saw the details and said, okay, I know this CFO as well. I know the company secretary.
So I ended up calling the Airtel guy.
He said,
Bharti Telecom guy.
Bharti Telecom. I will give you 2 minutes time. I will put it on a speakerphone. If he gives a good reference, you are in. Otherwise, no. Please, you have to accept. I said, yes. He started asking Gurumurthy, how is he? Is he working? Then he answered everything. Yeah, he's a good guy. Everybody's happy with him. He's doing something like this. All that Mac program process is what I also explained. Subsequently, he said, yeah, why are you asking like this, man? Is he joining your company? He said, no. I just got his names like this. Something like that, yes. 2-3 times after that, he started doubting, I think. So after that, immediately he said, okay, switched over to that. How Babiji kaisa hai, that closed. Immediately closed the call. I said, please go talk to a couple of friends. Immediately he went, closed the call and said, okay, please go and have coffee. And by the time I come back after maybe 1 hour, offer was ready. So
it's interesting. So it's what you're basically trying to hint at is that because you've created value for others, even in the verification stage, they're giving you a go ahead.
Absolutely.
Right? That is very important. So that is where you're saying if the mandate for success is not just in finding an internship, but also in proving value every way.
Very much, yes. Yeah. Essential.
But did you have mentors, sir?
No, I never had a mentor. But I always seen.
Would you appreciate mentorship?
Formally, I didn't have any mentors.
Would you appreciate platforms like today? There's so many platforms, and ours being one of them, right? Would you appreciate such platforms?
Certainly, yes. Mentorship and training are two separate things.
Yes.
Okay. Two separate things.
Yes.
You have a structured program where you learn basic. It's more like an exams. It's more like academics or something. You will get to learn X, Y, Z, and it's measurable. You can also have classes, exams, etc., and that will go on. One-to-one mentoring will actually give you a lot of confidence, help you in understanding what went right versus it also helps you in actually um, help you to actually make a judgment of yourself.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. Also help you to correct your mistakes if there is any thinking level, all these things. So actually mentoring and this trainings should go together, but mentoring is a must. If
If you have the
done
chance.
like this, all these things have been done. Probably me or anybody like me who are the eager to learn or maybe eager, go and do it. I'm happy to do something more. Something more. Such kind of people, if you have the fire inside, a mentorship can take them
Somewhere else.
somewhere else.
But you know, it's amazing. Like for Truka from Compaq, you go to Singapore, then you go to different places. Like I said, why start your own company when you're growing up in the corporate world, if I may ask?
By the time I went from Singapore to France and back to India, we had to choose. It was a personal decision.
Yeah.
So my son was almost getting to third or fourth standard. So I had to choose between should we stay here or should we go back? So we decided to come back to India and do that. I'm an accidental entrepreneur, I'll tell you. I'm not a planned entrepreneur. I always wanted to work in some company, but for whatever reason, though I got a couple of offers at that point of time, I didn't take it, maybe because of whatever reason. It did not. Here again, network health, again, friends. You have, as an accounts person, it's important for you to have a good set of people who can believe you and you can believe them completely. So
Again, you had a network, right? That's
I
the
had a
thing.
couple of friends. 5 people I called. One of my classmates who seen me from day one, and one is my Compaq CA, and one everybody. I called everybody and asked the same question. I am actually come back to India for work. I have not found a job yet, but there is something crossing my mind that should I start a practice. What is your recommendation? Everybody said, you please start your practice. The industry needs reliable people. Your first bill on me. That's how it started. On the day when I started, I didn't even have a card. I didn't have anything. I didn't even know the name of my company. One of my friends said, okay, come, let's go. I never expected he would come that early. He came, he took me to Electron City and made me come. I met them and they were actually doing the exports. At that time, they were actually implementing Tally as well. So I need to structure and do some work.
So they became a client.
And immediately that first day, within the same minute, they become the first client. Rolex India is in Electron City.
So they gave you business immediately.
Instant.
And that's how it started.
That's how it all started. So then I started moving on further with few other clients, etc., with only one man show, not many.
So you're absolutely putting a nice blueprint here, saying that commerce is such a strong degree.
It is.
The foundation allows you to do ICWA, or now it's called CMA. Then you can do CA. You can do law.
Company secretary. Definitely. Nowadays, law is a good subject to take up nowadays because a lot of companies are getting into litigation for whatever reason.
Right.
So being an advocate or LLB is one of the important one for criteria for to be in tribunal. So there is a lot of hope, and a lot of people, even CAs, are doing LLB nowadays simply because they can actually go and represent their clients in certain forms and forums. So tribunal and all these things.
So
what is important for
what I like about you is you like to reskill or upskill BCom students, and that's how you grow your business also. That interns come in and work for your BCom students, graduates come, they learn from you for 2 years. You show them the career path towards other things, right? That's how you build the firm, actually.
Exactly.
Right? And why is that important? Tell me,
seriously, I'll tell you, when I grew up, I came to Bangalore, like, let's say, I think you are referring to somebody like Tier 2, Tier 3 city people who have no knowledge.
Yes, absolutely. Because that's how you came. If not for the gentleman in the Pina Industrial Estate, you wouldn't have gone to Bharti Telecom.
Certainly.
Right?
So I think it's very important for accounts person to, number one, to be strong. And he should be eager to learn.
Perfect.
When I want to recruit somebody for an internship, I don't look at anybody's smart card or anything like that. I just want to fund. I will ask some fundamental questions on accounting and something like that. If they know, it's good. If they don't know, I don't have any problem because I know they are interns and they did not know everything. But I definitely like to see the energy, and I will also like to see what kind of eagerness he has got to learn. Only these to see. If they are there, they are into the company. That's all.
Very nice. So for you, the aspect of working with you is not just the marks, but they should be focused. They should have the desire to learn.
Yes.
And how do we bridge that? Say the current problem, let's address the problem. The college is doling out students.
Correct.
But you've been telling me in the last meeting also, you told me you have to figure out a path to employability. What is that path according to you?
I don't have any formal program in my office, but that's been a routine for the last 18, 20 years in our office. So generally whoever joins in, I'm referring to the BCom graduates. Okay, others also join, that's a different point. So generally they go through a rigorous internship program. What do? You first, maybe for 2 weeks or something, they will get to know the business, what we do, everything that they do, they learn about it. After that, they slowly start working with the seniors on the certain task, any specified task. Only they keep doing. And then I want them to relate to what they have studied during this college.
Yes.
So that way they can relate what they studied and to the business and then do it. As they do it, 1 or 2 works, then slowly they gradually get confidence on the work they do. And like that, I do it. Maybe 5-6 months down the line, and as we do, one of the important programs that we have is that we work 5 days a week. Second Saturday and fourth Saturday are treated as 2 separate days. Second Saturday is a learning Saturday. So now, where our own employees will come and talk, or maybe our own senior employees will come. Industry people also will come, or some of our clients, we all invite them into call, come then, ask them to do. So when they explain their business, how architect make a business, how caterer make a business, like we don't know, we think, oh, what else?
So that's how you train your students.
Like people get to learn directly from the businessman as to how it is. This also helps them to actually relate how the expenses will come, how the income will come, all this.
According to you, how many people for the last 20 years, as you as a business person, a lot of BCom students would have come and gone?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the only way to bridge that gap is, you're saying the government will not fix it. It's only we have to learn to fix it.
Yes.
Right? The government...
Why you want to depend on government? Government giving you enough and more. You start your own. You are graduated enough, so...
Go find your private...
Go find a place and do it what you want. Government doesn't tell you anything as what you want to do. You should find a way what to do and learn. And internship is definitely going to be, as I told you earlier, it's a launch pad.
Do you think colleges should
very
enable it seriously? Huh? Colleges should enable it? Would you appreciate saying few colleges coming to you and saying, sir, can you mentor these students? Has that happened? Is that model work? Would it work?
College,
because I also believe in productivity. Internships themselves are not enough.
In colleges, there is no academy. In the colleges, there is no mentor. They will actually talk about, they do call like this, but what they tell you is that how to attend the interview, what to answer, how to make your resume, something of that kind, which is not directly relevant with your subject and upskilling things.
Yeah.
If you do, for that, internship is the place where you go, and we go to the section wise. Suppose I'm just taking an example.
Please.
One new guy join. Don't worry about language, okay? Everybody is same. Once they learn, they learn, let's say for example, they learn Tally theoretical training program. Senior person is there, he will teach you. I will also, there is formal on 10 days they will learn. And then they will also learn something with GST, etc. And then there is a GST filing time comes. It has a periodic filing. And the GST filing is done by that particular person sitting next to him. The kind of joy he will get on when he presses the return and say, yeah, it's confirmed, is very different.
This is
important.
It's very important beyond academic knowledge, right? This is practical training you're talking about. Yes. Where does BCom as a subject stand today for many of the children? How do they empower themselves, sir? I mean, like you empowered yourself purely because you wanted to empower yourself. You wanted to do it.
Actually, I wanted to prove my family that, BCom is a good subject. So I think for the BCom students, I also tell you, like any other course, even BCom is equally a good subject.
Yes.
Like any other business, everybody wants. See, advantage is BCom is that multiple. You are accessible to every business. Everybody needs account.
It's a very nice foundation.
Yeah, but the number of people graduate every year, as against number of people required, there is an imbalance. That's a different part. So for that reason only, you need to upskill. How you can be one among top 10? Cricket, if you take an example, there are hundreds of playing Ranji matches.
Yeah, the supply is a lot.
Supply is very high. It's very difficult for them to get into Indian team or something like that. You have to be different and you have to be good. How you can be good? Only by upskilling. You have to think beyond what has been assigned to you.
Yeah.
Number one. And of course, before this, you also need to be having a good core knowledge of your, whether it is income tax or whether it is accounting.
It should be on your fingertips.
You should learn.
So, I mean, just learn case laws, everything.
Definitely. First, you need to learn the basic. Then, as you go section-wise, then you case laws. And what we do is several times when the client comes in, I allow the students also to come and sit with us and have a discussion. Allow them to participate in things. I don't go alone to any client. So even to the department, I go with somebody. They will go and explain, and the department gets a huge confidence on the people. I will tell them he or she is an intern. Is going to explain. Most of the time they guide, and sometimes they will still be happy, but they'll be happy that somebody is coming and talking. So at least there will be a huge recognition for me, at least saying that he's training somebody in that life. It's good. That's what I want to do. My intention is not to become rich. My intention is to help maximum number of people to be employable. I can use the word employable if
Fantastic.
And that's what I want to do here.
Sir,
Econ is a fantastic subject.
I want your thought process on leadership. Please.
I want to add additional. Everybody knows after BCom, you have MCom or MBA or something like that. You have CA, ACWA, CMA, or maybe, for example, even company secretary. All these courses are there. Can everybody do this? We don't know. Some can do, some may not. What is the second option? You're stuck only at this? No. Don't join MBA just because some relative or somebody is saying, because somebody's relatives doing MBA, I will do. No need. Just improve on your own knowledge. Get good knowledge on your Excel and business analytical skill. Good communication skill. It's very, very important in corporate world. Learn those things and start thinking beyond how to visualize things, how the numbers flows in each of them, how to communicate to an outsider. And you also have to have a good ethic on this, writing emails properly, communication clearly. You need to be very clear on that. As you do that, you get more and more confident. And as you do that, while doing this, when you are confident, your employer is confident. When your employer is confident, and the growth is guaranteed.
Correct. For me, this is leadership, right?
Yes.
This is how you plan to start small, but beyond the supply of so many people and talent, you differentiate by learning, by having knowledge in your fingertips, advising with knowledge, not just talking.
Correct.
So you built your leadership like that. So what is the net social impact that I believe that you've made social impact with your company, advising so many BCom students to think big.
Yes.
Right? What is going to happen the next 3-4 years? Should commerce as a subject change because there's AI now? Your advice on that. And then I want to ask you a personal question on what inspires you. And so if you can answer this AI and what the subject of BCom is going to become.
AI is definitely a new latest tool that has come. It is important. Improvement, development is a must in everybody's life, be it technology or anything like that. But AI doesn't change your double entry books, isn't it? So the core system will remain the same. There are a lot of things that we do. It helps you to do better things. That is fine. That is what is it. That's what we are, each one of us, or what are we working for, or what is it, to simplify our job. Why all these tools are come, whether it is Tally, whether it is any other software that comes in, or AI, is to simplify our complex jobs. That's they are doing. For example, when bank had the computerization, we all thought it can rule. We all don't go to bank, but each one of us got.
Yeah, we still transact.
Yeah, every transaction happens without going to the bank.
So it's still digital.
It is digital. It is important. At the same time, I recommend commerce students also to get into this mode of learning beyond your academics.
Yeah.
Learn communication skill. You also need to learn all these things to be on par with what is industry requires. Today, what industry requires is this only.
So you don't get replaced. That's a very well said statement. My final question to you, sir, is what inspired you? I mean, for you, family has been the first thing. What continues to inspire you? Your son is abroad, obviously, is an engineer. You've done all this. Obviously, you've struggled quite a lot.
Yes.
Losing people early, parents early, all that. What continues to inspire you today? You said you don't read much, but you like taking care of family. Why?
While you're working, there is a different requirement. When you are an entrepreneur, what is your objective? Is to create and help employees to get a suitable job. Position them, make them do.
Yes.
Till now, in the last 20 years roughly, we had around 92 employees.
Right.
Including what the employees working today. 68 of them are working in multinational companies.
Fantastic.
They are all handpicked by the companies. large corporations. Why didn't that happen? It is my own interest. I want them to grow. Just because they have come into our office to learn, I want them to grow. So how do they grow?
So they are like your family?
100% yes. I think for me, every person get handpicked by another large MNC and a very large consulting firm like big four companies, and handpicked by say Gurumurthy, we are taking this person, boy or girl or something. That's much bigger than a million.
So that continues to inspire. So your family is your giving back of sorts to your peers in the BCom subject.
Yes.
And your company, of course. Do you, since you said you're a workaholic, do you get time to spend with family?
Oh yeah. I think Sundays are definitely going to be a family time. Saturday, at least half a day, definitely going to be a family time. And I do spend a lot of time in the kitchen, though I don't know how to cook. But yeah, I help them and do it and all that stuff. And of course, we have a lot of socializing, a lot of family people within the family and also within the neighbors, etc. We have a good connections. I think I'm a team. I'm a person with lots of people around, so I cannot be alone. So that's going to be very difficult.
Which is very good. Which is very good, and you're an inspiration because not knowing a word of English.
Yes.
To coming here and working with some of the best industries and proving to the world that you're a small town student can do great things. It's only in the mind.
Absolutely. I was coming
Nothing else.
You have to have a mindset. What mindset? Growth mindset. You have to have few other things. Okay, you have to challenge yourself, and you also start thinking, what is it that I did not learn, or what is it that I could do? So probably some of the big time people say, oh, one of the line that has inspired me many a times, a lot of motivational lines they keep coming. This is something that stuck to my mind from a long time. Every day you sleep, think, were you smarter than the time you woke up?
Yeah, correct.
So that means during the day you learn something. That's the message. Learn something. It is always good. It's good for you, not for others. It is for you to be, because see, your parents or your family or somebody believed you and said, okay, you go to that college. They spend a lot of money. Today, education is also actually expensive. They spend a lot of money. They have more than money. It's about confidence. They say, okay, my son is studying this course. He's doing this. He's studying this college. They take a lot of pride in saying that to their own people. Make them feel happy by achieving something more than what they can even think of.
Yeah.
Today, my family never ever thought that I will reach this level. 100%, let me tell you.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Fine, you also try do it. And a small guy like me can do it. Each one of you can certainly do it. You have a mindset, growth mindset. Believe me, that will certainly help you.
So congrats to you and your journey. More than that, you're very modest. Yeah, so I'm sure that if your mother and father were around, they'd be even more happy, right?
That's
Thank you.
There, so no problem.
Thank you, Gurumurthy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and all the best to you. And we'll have you to teach our students who come from various parts of Karnataka.
Yes.
And I'm sure that you're part of the Mentors for Kids network now, and you could teach them about how industry works, and you share a piece of the history of the growth mindset.
Certainly.
And that will be something great for us.
That is what I can say. It's close to my heart. So growth mindset, challenge yourself is something that is very much there. That's what I take all my students who come and join. They will have all those things. Every day they see that board, they learn.
That's amazing.
When they see this and then grow,
you feel happy.
They come and learn. They come in as a students. By the time they leave in 1.5 years or 2 years, they become professionals, much needed professional. When they go through this process, they not only become hardcore when it comes to knowledge, good communication, everything they learn
in many things.
Make sure that the large corporations or MNCs, they like to pick up those people.
Fantastic.
They want those people.
Fantastic.
Must have candidate.
I love your excitement, and that's the excitement with which you have to grow. If I have to summarize this podcast, you have to learn to grow with a growth mindset, as Sir's saying, and that growth mindset is challenge yourself every day. Have you learned something new compared to the previous day? Are you a better person? And don't take anything to heart. Just keep moving ahead. It's all about learning and giving back, and that's when you make real money. Money it's actually incidental. It happens when you provide value to society and community around you. So take care. Please like and subscribe. You're wonderful human beings. You know, you can be from smaller towns, Please do not compare yourself with kids in big cities. It really doesn't matter. The subject of BCom is what matters to you. And we want to change your life. Please come into mentorsforkids.in and learn something and change your life. And we will enable you to change it along with Mr. Gurumurthy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.